to SIMIAN JIMMY'S Casting Couch Podcast. Today's the gay incest threesome. You guys have heard many stories about my brother and I. My brother and me, you could say. We are the McElroy siblings. We've all been drinking and we're ready. This is my brother Patchy. You guys might know him. And you've heard some stories about his old college roommate, Mr. White, finally in the flesh.
Mr. White.
Mr. White.
Yeah, Mr. White.
Mr. White.
Yeah, science.
Yeah, bitch.
So the famous story between you two is that you witnessed a murder in your backyard and you slept through it.
Yes.
We told that story many years ago on a channel long deleted.
That's unfortunate.
Mr. White, why did you allow that woman to be murdered in your backyard all those years ago?
She was less than a football field away.
Yeah, she was disturbing my sleep and I thought, let her die.
You're gonna have to speak up. You gotta pretend that you're me, and you really gotta just scream it into the mic.
Oh yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, she was screaming so loud, but I just ignored it and let her die.
Is that really what happened? You didn't actually hear anything,
No,
did you?
I didn't. I was completely asleep because I'm a fucking bum. So I was asleep until like
8 in the morning.
It was I was asleep until noon. So so yeah.
Yeah.
So you wake up at noon. You see a bunch of police in the backyard, or what's going on?
I wake up at like noon.
Yeah, get closer to the mic. Lean in a little bit, because you're quiet.
I wake up at like noon, and I look out my window, and there's like 40 different like police vehicles out on this golf course.
And you're like, oh shit, they found my weed stash. I'm fucked.
Yeah. Well, the thing that
so they bring 40 cops for Mr. White's weed stash.
the thing that startled me the most
for his gram of weed.
Yeah, for one cart. The thing that startled me the most really was I see all of those like cop cars out on the golf course, and there's like fucking tents. It's like fucking CSI and shit all on the golf course. Like 2 minutes after that, there's a knock at my door, and I think I'm the only one at the apartment.
Yeah, everybody else was gone.
Everybody else was gone because they're all like actually going to class, like good students. And and I open the door, and there's like this detective lady from the police department there talking like, have you seen anything? And at first I didn't know like what was really going on, so they didn't tell you what crime had been committed. I had no idea, so I was just anxious as shit because like I'm just an anxious motherfucker, so I like immediately climb up like scared as shit because just a cop's talking to me.
Because you know you've done something.
I mean like they're getting me for one of the things that I've
Was this before or after you guys broke into that building and committed all those felonies?
Well, actually probably after. I think it was
This
after.
was after.
Yeah, that was after.
So that might have been why they're knocking on your door, for all you know.
Yeah,
For all he knows.
But I was like, well, why would they have a bunch of cops out on the golf course for that? That doesn't make any sense.
It's thorough investigation.
And then the lady's like, well, there was a woman murdered out on the golf course. Did you see or hear anything this morning? And
don't bang your can.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
And I didn't see shit because I was sleeping like a fucking asshole. But everybody blames me for sleeping through the murder and letting her die.
I mean, I personally do blame you. And that was a foreign exchange student, right?
Yep, from Spain.
Yeah.
So did they have, if it was an exchange, did they have to send the other person back?
No,
or did they have to kill that kid to make up for it?
No, we had to send a proxy American back to Spain to make up for it.
I mean, Full Metal Alchemist, it's the law of equivalent exchange. You know, if we kill one of them, they get to kill one of ours. I think it's only fair.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put this on the thing for you?
Yeah, because I'm going to keep fidgeting.
We've had a few drinks in us, and we're nice and toasty. I want to try that. I want to try my brother's disgusting gluten-free. Why are you drinking gluten-free garbage?
That's the only way they can provide it. You can't get the one with gluten.
You like that?
I mean, I used to before it melted in my car.
Oh shit! Yeah, that'll do it.
So you guys were college roommates. Do you guys have any crazy, wild college shenanigans?
Roommates for 4 years, all the way through.
4 years. Started in the first shitty dorm that smelled like weed and old people.
I got
so you felt right at home.
One story that comes to mind.
Here, get closer to the mic, you too.
I probably shared it on the channel that got deleted, but we had a pizza party one night. When it was just me and him living together, party.
A party with two people? That sounds a little bit gay.
Just order pizza and you eat it.
Okay.
And someone left the pizza box on the floor with still some pizza left in it.
It was crumbs.
And I wake up, normal day. I don't know if it was a weekend or a weekday. I can't remember now. I was getting ready for something. I didn't have my contacts in. I couldn't see anything. So I take a shower. I get out. I put my contacts in. There's 10,000 ants on the pizza box in our room.
Oh, I would commit suicide. I can't have bugs in my home.
In our room, because we lived on the ground floor, and they're just devouring this pizza in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
When I was about 20, and Cobb and Biggs lived together, did you ever go over to their, the most disgusting trailer of all time?
We filmed the video there.
Yeah, well... But did you ever see when they had bugs infesting it?
I don't think so.
They would not do their dishes for months. So there would be swarms of gnats in their kitchen, just a cloud of little bugs flying around each other. It was disgusting. And you might recall, if you've seen the Two Broke Girls review, that their front door was duct taped on.
Yep.
Just the worst trailer you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
So you're saying Mr. White was basically living in that kind of squalor at the time?
For one day, there was ants everywhere. I'm leaving, so I just wake him up and I point to the ants and I say, "Deal with
That's
this.
your problem, motherfucker."
So he vacuums them up with this hand vac. We had a little hand vac we had.
They start crawling back out.
They crawled out of the vacuum. They're still in the room.
I vacuumed. To be fair,
I don't think that kills them.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. To be fair, though, after that, I realized that's not okay. I'm gonna clean that up. I re-vacuum them up, but this time I empty the trash, the thing out of the vacuum outside, just dump it on the ground, get rid of all the ants, and I make sure that anything that disgusting never happens again.
A lot of our viewers are probably college age or high school age, prospective college students. I guess if we're going to give advice for future college kids, don't vacuum up the ants.
You can leave trash on your floor if you don't live on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Maybe get some ant poison.
Yeah. Because there were scavengers, whatever you want to call them, that come out and search for the food. They kept showing up for days just looking around because they knew that was a food source.
I like to buy the ant poison things where it doesn't kill them immediately, but they get the poison, they think it's food, they take it back to their nest, and then they all share the poison and die.
Yeah.
Then they're gone after a day. Were you guys on the bottom floor when that girl got murdered?
No,
we lived in an apartment then.
That was a different building.
We lived in the dorms.
We lived in two different dorms. We lived in the shittiest, cheapest dorm that was on campus. It was fucking nasty. There was water stains on the ceiling.
They already know that we're in Ames, so
Riley.
Riley.
I was trying to think of the name.
dorm.
It's Riley.
I wasn't saying because I didn't know, but
Who gives a fuck? Fuck.
Okay.
If you live in the Friley dorm right now, commit suicide. It's not getting any better.
It's communal bathrooms, the whole hallway of 30 guys all share the same bathroom. There's 3 toilets in there. They're constantly covered in shit.
Yes.
It's just always, there's shit on the floor.
Yeah.
There's shit, nobody flushes. I don't know what was going on.
How long did you have to live there?
We lived there for one semester, and then we were like, we're moving.
Fucking out of here.
So what is the college shitty dorm survival guide? What advice would you have if somebody at home finds himself in the Friley dorm?
Become homeless.
Well,
just sleep in your car?
Yes, honestly.
Honestly, if you think the communal bathrooms are fucking terrible,
they are.
I would suggest, because UDIC...
Get a bucket.
Yeah, or that. UDIC is right across the street from Friley.
Oh, that's the dining hall.
The dining hall. If you need a bathroom and you want a bathroom that's not fucking disgusting, go across the street to UDIC. And if you need a shower and you really don't want to use the showers because they were also fucking nasty.
They're filled with stuff.
They were filled with cum all over the fucking drain.
I was going to ask, obviously they're masturbating in the shower, but did anybody get caught having sex in the shower? Because that happened when I was at Simpson.
Not in our hallway. Our hallway was the geeks.
We were the sexless nerds of Riley.
It was the computer science hallway when neither of us were in computer science.
I don't know why we were there, but it was fucking disgusting. I actually remember there were maintenance people that came in and
they said, fuck this shit, and they left.
Basically, the rumor was that they came in to clean the drain because someone had came in the drain so much that it made it so clogged that it backed up, and then also all of the toilets 3 of them, all of them. But
So
3.
this guy's giant cum load is coming out of
Yes.
all 3 toilets?
Yes, yeah. It was a reverse bukkake.
Was that you?
No. It was like, yeah.
Reverse bukkake.
It was a reverse bukkake out of the drain.
He bukkake'd the whole sewer system.
Yeah, and then shit was coming out of all of the toilets.
Yeah.
Same day.
and cum.
I don't think they were the same like instance. I think they were completely separate things, but there was shit coming out of the
I can imagine you in the shower and shit and cum's coming up out of the drain. Just in your feet.
I walk into these communal bathrooms and I look at the toilets overflowing and water coming out of them, and I look at the showers overflowing and water, and I was like, "Fuck this!" And I went to the gym.
You got a Gatorade bottle and a funnel and held it up your asshole.
Yeah, I went to the gym and showered at the gym. I was like, "Fuck that." Yeah, I shit into a Gatorade bottle.
Then you threw it out. Some blind guy's like, "Oh, look again."
How did the blind guy say, "Oh, look"?
Oh, look, that thing that I can do. Oh, look.
Speaking of people accidentally drinking fluids, I don't think we talked about this, but we went to high school, all 3 of us, with actual celebrities.
Oh, yeah.
Celebrity. Yeah.
Some might say 7 celebrities.
7.
Oh, God, yeah.
You guys might have heard of the Octomom, which is that bitch who had 8 kids at once. But before the Octomom, there was the Septomom?
Septomom.
The septic tank mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's a good one.
Well, back in 1997, some woman named McCoy had 7 kids at once, and then they went to high school with us. So we always had to put up with.
They were in our grade. You only
Yeah.
put up with them for a little bit.
That was 3 years ahead of these guys.
Yeah.
But like every year, like the Today Show would come to town, and like fucking not Matt Lauer, but who was the woman? Meredith Vieira?
No, not even her. It was the Asian lady that they used to have.
Oh,
They don't
Trisha
have anymore.
Takanawa?
No, not her.
Not Trisha Takanawa, Asian reporter?
No, I can't think of her name, but whatever the Asian Today Show lady was.
Yeah, there'd be a big media circus every year, and it's like, oh, these 7 kids are all twins. Whoa, what an amazing story. And we're like, okay, yeah. I'm so glad that they get all this attention for existing.
It was interesting when we were younger, but by the
It got
time
pretty old.
we were in the same. Is that okay to say? We were in the same grade as them, so every year our grade would see cameras come and they would get interviews to get pulled out of class.
Well, the best part was, though, when we would watch the national news stories, sometimes like you guys would be in the background.
It would be
and stuff.
like SpongeBob on TV where he points and says, "There I
Or
am."
Leo DiCaprio
You can
pointing.
see like half of my face on the national news.
There I am, Gary. There.
I definitely did that. Yeah.
I guess if you remember from like 5 years ago, if you were like a Snapchat follower of mine, one of the McCoy septuplets named Nathan, I filmed some videos of him that were pretty funny.
videos.
Yeah.
But he told us a story of accidentally making his dad drink his piss. Do you guys know that
I
story?
have never
It's
heard that.
somewhat familiar,
Yeah.
but
I've never. Heard
It just reminded me when we were talking about the Gatorade bottle. I guess one of the septuplets peed in a bottle and then their dad drank it by mistake.
Oh my God.
Nathan was very proud of that story.
what?
He's like bragging about it at Cece's Pizza one day.
Oh, I think I was there.
Yeah. Classic. I really wanted to make videos with Nathan, but I just, like, he's always not around. What's up with him?
Don't ask me.
I have
bad.
no fucking clue.
They've got, like, cerebral palsy and shit, but I think he's doing a lot better. Any other stories about having those celebrities in our city?
Celebrities in our city.
Is it safe to say Monkey Jones is now more famous than they ever were? Am I like the new breakout star of our hometown?
Might
or-
be.
They were on Oprah a few times, so maybe I still need to catch up.
Oprah paid for their college,
True.
paid for their
George
house.
Bush paid for their house.
No, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton paid for their house?
The house
Do
that they had, that big mansion.
They don't live there anymore?
They don't
no.
live there anymore. No.
So what do you need it for when you're only 2 people now instead of 10?
Yeah, exactly. Empty nesters with like a mansion. It doesn't really make a whole lot.
Yeah, in small town Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really worth living.
No.
Maybe we should move in. I wonder if it's for sale.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
just have like
I'll
a
take their
full house
mansion.
scenario.
I don't know what we would use all that.
Well, I would imagine that the stairs have, you can sit down in like a hover
Yeah,
chair, so
the
that'd be
little-
cool. I never have to walk up the stairs again.
I think that bit would get old after a week. It'd be like, this is so slow.
You guys wanted to talk about What was it? You broke into something and committed some felonies? Is that really a story?
I wouldn't say felony. I think
I'd call it a felony.
We can only talk about it if it's a misdemeanor, I think. Because
I don't think any cops will watch that
We
show.
didn't break anything. We walked in. It was unlocked.
It wasn't we didn't break and enter. We just entered.
Well, let's hear about it.
So several times throughout college life, multiple people. It's weird because everyone says they do it, but then when we go, you never run into anybody else doing it.
Yeah.
But you can. There's a little divot in the fence to the football stadium where you can just crawl.
And it's like a big, college football stadium.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big deal for the city.
Giant fence surrounding the whole thing, but there's this little tiny section where you can just slide right on under.
Where at? Because I walk around there all the time.
It's near.
It's at the front by the ticket booth.
Yeah, the west entrance. Just walk around the fence to the left.
Right.
And unless they filled it in,
they've done a lot of construction over there.
You're right.
Yeah, it would be to the right. If you're going in to the right, there's like a divot under the fence, and you can kind of slide in. Towards the end of school,
and you guys broke into the cheerleaders' locker room.
No,
we didn't do that. We didn't do that.
No.
We could do that tonight.
The locker room or just the football stadium?
Both. I could take my camera. We could do part of the podcast.
I would go to the football stadium. I will not go into.
I don't think the cheerleaders have I mean, if they do, I never was in there, but I was in the football players' locker room and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You wanted to get the jock straps instead of the bras.
Yes.
No.
Actually. Sorry. Oh shit.
Can we edit that part out?
No. Yeah.
The only things we would ever steal
You stole something from when you broke in?
was we would go to the concession stand.
I was not here for this.
And they would just have like ice cream sandwiches sitting in those coolers, and we would just grab a couple and eat them while we were walking around
I was
empty
not
football
there.
field.
You said Mr. White was the one who did it.
Mr.
And
White.
you told him not to.
Mr. White was the one who
It was
did
actually, that was Walter.
But then to the side of the football stadium is where they have all of it's like the training field, and then connected to that is all of the offices for basically the entire football program, and the giant gate door. What is it?
There's a big garage door.
Yeah, like
basically.
a garage door.
Thank you.
And it was just open one day, so we were like, let's just go walk in. Let's see what's in there.
And there's this big indoor football field that we could see, so we looked around to see if we could get further in. And every door in the whole fucking place is open or unlocked.
It's just
it was
walk
just
on in.
Yeah, just walk on in.
We'd walk in, poke our heads in, make sure no one's there, and then just keep going through the maze of doors.
And did anything interesting happen during this B&E?
Not B&E.
It was more just an E. Yeah.
We keep on walking, checking out basically every room we can until we finally get to the Holy Grail, which is the head football coach's room.
Mm-hmm. He had a shower in his office.
He had a shower in his office.
Is it safe to say that dude's a millionaire?
Yes.
I would say so.
Yes.
Okay. So he deserves to have his shit broken into and stolen.
Nothing was broken or stolen.
Nothing was broken or stolen.
Except for the ice cream sandwiches.
That was a different time.
We can put the photo up of what we got a photo with.
Are you sure you want to post evidence of your crime?
I will not be doing it.
Well, send me photos of him doing it.
For all I know, I found this image on Google, and I just say it's me, but it's not really me. There's, it's
this
not
is
like
all
I haven't...
in a video game.
Yeah, yes.
All of this story is
You did
in
this
a
in
video
Minecraft?
game. Yeah, I did this in Minecraft. I built the Iowa State football stadium in Minecraft and pretended to break in. That's the saddest story in the world.
Wait, so what was the Holy Grail then, did we say?
We were just looking around, seeing what was going on, and it was a few months after Iowa State had won one of the bowl games. I don't know. I don't follow it too much. Rose Bowl? Mm-hmm. You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. But the big giant ring was just sitting on his shelf. Mm-hmm. So me and Mr. White and a couple of it was only just one other guy with us.
Yeah.
But, we just put it on our finger.
Allegedly.
Was it Cody?
Allegedly put it on our finger.
Should I have not have said Cody's name?
And this ring is fucking huge, and I don't know if the jewelry in it's real or not, but
it's probably real.
Certain it is, yeah.
Worth a lot of money.
Was it like a ruby?
Yeah, I'm
it's
pretty
like
sure.
diamonds.
No, it was a red jewel of some
but
sort.
it's like
There was.
Wait, so you guys took photos wearing this like expensive ring that you could have just stolen, and nobody would have ever known.
There were cameras in the building that would have been checked.
If we stole it, they would have checked the cameras. But
so you have the attitude of, I just hope they don't check these cameras?
Yes, that's all we said every single time we snuck into that football stadium, because there's cameras everywhere, and it's like, as long as no one's checking, we're never going to get a knock on our door.
Yeah, we never did.
Let me try and find this photo. That might take a while. I don't know. You guys keep talking.
Okay, well, that sounds like a fun adventure. I can't say I've ever worn expensive jewelry that I broke into a building to look at, but you know what?
I didn't get a class ring when I went to high school, so
Me neither. It's a scam.
Yeah, it is.
scam.
It is a scam.
Kids at home,
Don't
get a fucking class ring. Every single person I know who got one regretted it.
That's the ring.
Ah, yeah, that's a pretty
Liberty.
fancy ring.
It's pretty fancy.
Yeah. Speaking of rings, why are you wearing your wedding ring on your middle finger?
Because I lost a bunch of weight since the wedding, like 30 pounds. And now, if I just walk around like this, the ring just falls off sometimes. It does not.
30 pounds?
It does not fit
Wait,
anymore.
I didn't know that.
You lost weight in your fucking finger? What are you, a kid named Finger here?
I was
Oh my God.
183 or something like that at the wedding, and now I'm like 151.
God damn.
So now, just to make
wow,
sure,
we pretty much weigh the same now.
just to make sure,
Which is sad because you're taller than
don't
me.
lose this.
You're both 65 pounds lighter.
Yeah, wait, what are you gonna do then? Resize your ring?
You can't. What it's made out of can't be
You're
resized.
just
Titanium?
fucked for life?
So I either try and get finger muscles, or I just put it on my middle finger.
Now, people usually try to get as skinny as they can before their wedding, not right after they get married.
Yeah,
After you get married, you're supposed to let yourself go so your wife regrets it.
Yeah.
You kind of did it backwards.
I did it definitely.
American dream right
big
there.
time
Yeah,
backwards.
I guess she proved that she loves you because she was with you at your fattest,
Yeah.
so that's good.
Yeah.
That's when she committed.
Yeah, that's when she wanted him the most. Now she's losing interest.
Oh no.
That's too bad. I don't know if we've really talked about your wedding too much, but that was like a year ago. It's too bad that it's like right when Biggs' mom got sick, so he didn't even
he
get to
didn't
go.
Make it.
Like, we went from Biggs and me planning your bachelor party to Biggs can't make it, so now it's me and Aggie and
You and
Mr.
Aggie.
White planning it. And if
He
I
planned
recall,
it?
I helped a little
well,
bit.
the thing is, he ruined it.
Oh, yeah, I did.
because
He did. He did.
we meet at Patchy's house before the party for the pregame.
I forgot about
playing
this.
a little bit of video games. What did we play? Anything fun?
Jackbox stuff.
Jackbox shit. Then we're gonna drive all the way to downtown Des Moines to go eat and go to the barcade. Right when we get to the bar, Mr. White says, "Oh, guys,
I forgot my
I
wallet.
left my wallet and ID back at Patchy's house." So me, Mr. White, and Aggie get to spend 2 hours of the party driving back to his house to
He
get
was
his ID.
driving back and forth.
We don't
yeah.
even get to eat dinner or nothing.
No, we
so.
ate dinner. It was just cold.
Yeah, it was
Cold
food.
Fong's
Cold
pizza.
food. Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt bad about that.
That's
my
the
bad.
best food to eat cold is Asian style pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so thanks, Mr. White, for ruining the fucking party.
You're welcome.
Do you guys have any shows or movies that you hate watch? Like something that you genuinely don't like, but you just keep watching it?
Not keep watching it, but there is one movie that I've watched that throughout the entirety of it, I wanted to leave the movie theater and not continue watching.
Oh, The Godfather.
No, Boo 2, Medea's Halloween.
Boo 2, Medea's Halloween.
I think we did an Izakino on that back in the
my
day.
Did you?
fucking
Yeah.
God, that is the worst goddamn movie I've
was-
ever seen.
What are you, racist?
No.
It was Movie Pass days, so it
Yeah.
didn't cost him anything.
Hey, Movie
coming back,
Pass
by
is
the way.
back.
It's coming back. I'm on the wait list, baby.
Me too, I got in.
It was Movie Pass, so when Movie Pass was going on, I would just, any day, because we both didn't go to class,
Yep.
I would say
Wait, you guys would skip class to go Movie Pass?
every day.
We skipped-
I
You
would just-
skipped class?
For
I
Boo
probably
2,
went to
Medea's
class.
You skipped class for Boo too?
Yeah.
I went to class maybe 30% of the time.
Yeah, that's about.
And then
And you passed?
When COVID hit, I didn't go to any class. I didn't
Oh,
go
yeah.
to the Zoom meetings.
I didn't
There
either.
were team projects.
Uh-huh.
People would message me saying, "Are you going to help?" I didn't. Mm-hmm.
How did you pass college?
There was assignments I never turned in. Final papers.
Did you give up on life? What were you doing?
I just didn't care
You just
anymore.
didn't give a
I
shit?
didn't care.
It's like
and then
senioritis up to 10.
professor just gave it all an A because it was COVID.
Well, it was
And I said, "All right."
not just that, but so usually at Iowa State specifically, you get pass or not pass like options. You get a certain amount of credits that you can do pass, not pass. But because of COVID, they couldn't deliver on what they promised when we signed up for classes. So they gave everybody pass, not pass
Yeah.
for anything you wanted. So we all took pass, not pass on everything. And all you had to do was get a 59.5% in the class. And you're done. You're done.
He's got it right. I forgot all about that. It was just you can't fail and you pass.
And you can't fail. And you
Guys, I don't mean to poke holes in your fictional story, but COVID and Movie Pass never overlapped in the human timeline.
No. I'm just that was different. I was saying I went to class.
Wait, so you spent 4 years skipping
I went to
class.
class 30% of the time before COVID, and then
at
COVID,
COVID,
it was
0%
of the time.
That's
I didn't
accurate,
do a single thing.
And you still got your degree and you got a job out of it.
Yes.
So, another piece of
you
advice,
got a
just
job.
don't go to class. Just don't do your homework. Who gives a fuck?
When you said,
I said he got a job
out of
I got fired a couple weeks ago. I got fired. So
Wait, see, he's currently unemployed, sitting on my couch drinking.
Anybody
not a
got
care in
some
the
work
world.
for him.
yeah.
Well,
This is my only perspective thing that I got going.
this podcast,
This podcast
it might
hoping
make
to make it
$5.
big. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the reason why I ask is because have you heard of this new game show called Generation Gap?
I have not.
Our parents recommend.
Oh, are they a big fan?
They keep telling me to watch it, and I watched one episode, and then I said I don't need to watch it.
Oh my
anymore.
god, it's my biggest hate watch of all time. I can't stop.
You don't like what's her name, Kelly Ripa?
Kelly, yeah, from Live with
She's
Regis
still
and
alive?
Kelly.
I thought she died.
She's like only 50-something.
Oh, I thought she was old as Regis. Never mind.
No. Generation Gap, you would expect a game show to be half an hour. This show is a full hour. And they take two teams. It's a family show. They take like a grandma and their 13-year-old grandson, and then they ask them like questions that they wouldn't know.
Yep.
So they're asking like they'll have a fucking picture of Yogi Bear, like the cartoon character, pop up on screen, and then they'll ask the 13-year-old, "Who is this character?" And they'll be like, Porky Pig, and then like the whole audience will laugh, and that's the whole fucking show, and I hate it so much.
It's just how stupid the younger generation is.
And the 70-year-old grandma gets a photo of like Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, and she's
they're
like,
"Who's this?"
Negro Jones.
oh god.
And it's like in every episode, the punchline is some old person saying, "What's TikTok?" And like Kelly Ripa's like, but the best part of the show is, did you see the end? Did you actually watch it to the end?
They bring it up every time. How every episode's the same.
Yeah. They expect the audience to be shocked that they're doing the same gimmick.
Okay.
The winning family, whatever team gets the most points. The only way you can get on the show is if you have an old person, a teenager, and a toddler.
Yeah.
And it's called the Toddler's Choice. You're going to like this, Mr. White.
Okay.
They take the 2 or 3-year-old and they say, okay, your family won, so now you get to choose a prize. Nobody can help you. Whatever you choose, you get to keep. And then they pull back the curtain, and it's like a brand new $30,000 car.
Yeah.
And then it's like a rocking chair, like a horsey that a little kid would want to play with. You know, like some like shitty $20
That's
toy.
so funny.
And from the 7 episodes so far, 6 of them, the toddler chooses the shitty toddler item.
Yes.
Only one time did they pick the car. And the family like has to pretend like, oh, well, it's his prize. But like you can tell they're fucking seething with rage.
Yeah.
They're beating that kid when they get home.
They're so mad.
They're gonna burn that little horse shit. No, thank you.
I mean, like, the only thing I like is being able to answer all of the questions. Like, I guess as a 27-year-old, I know everything about 70-year-old stuff and 13-year-old stuff. But it's truly a horrible show that should not be an hour. It should not exist, but at the most, it should be half an hour.
It should basically be like a YouTube original game show. It
basically is.
The only episode I saw was it's like a 10-year-old kid and a 70-year-old grandma, and they hand the 70-year-old grandma an original PSP to try to describe to the 10-year-old kid.
Oh, yeah, and
the
they can't
10-year-old
see.
won't even know what the PSP is.
Yeah, it's older than
Yes, they picked an item in the middle of their generation.
And I'm like, I'm not watching this shit.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even know what
There's
a PSP
no
is.
chance.
Like,
So I guess if you guys are truly desperate for something to hate watch, that'd be my recommendation. Did you have anything other than Boo 2, or do you want to talk about Boo 2 a little bit?
Boo 2 was just me, him, and a 70-year-old white man that looked like Santa Claus in the theater.
I forgot about that.
That was it.
and we're cackling at this awful fucking movie.
We sit down, and this old dude sits right in front of us. So
Is Boo 2 the one when, Medea's granddaughter or somebody's, like, at a haunted camp and then
yes,
Medea has to
they're
save the day?
They're at a party at a.
And then at some point they're in jail? They go to a prison or a jail at some
You
point.
remember more than me.
I reviewed
honestly, I remember that annoying ant fell in the water and almost drowned, and that was the funniest part of the
high-pitched
whole
one.
movie. Yeah.
What happened on Is It Kino was E-Rich was co-hosting at the time, and he won some sort of bet, so he got to pick the next movie we reviewed, and he picked some like artsy movie called First Reformed, like Ethan Hawke, like very slow-paced movie. So I thought it would be funny if I didn't watch it and I went and saw Boo 2 instead, and then instead of reviewing his movie while they were talking about that, I was reviewing Boo 2.
That's funny.
So, yeah, that was a classic episode.
That's pretty good.
I guess we can, if we all want to watch Boo 2 again, we can do another Is It Kino on it.
God, please.
I know you guys are big fans.
I'd rather do Walk Hard.
Yeah, we still got to do Walk Hard. You a big fan of Walk Hard?
You like Walk Hard?
I like Walk Hard.
a
We've
good
watched
movie.
it multiple times.
I've watched it with my brother probably 8 times. at this point.
I've watched it probably 2 or 3 times.
I've probably watched it 20 times.
It's a good film. And have you even seen the movie that they're basing it off
I watched 5 minutes of it, and
What movie are
I
those?
knew I didn't have to watch anymore because it's the exact same film.
What movie are they based on?
It is Walk the Line.
Walk the Line, yeah, the Johnny Cash
Johnny
movie.
Cash
I
movie.
actually have seen that movie.
Is it better than Walk Hard?
It's no.
Oh.
It's not more entertaining.
But
it's kind of shit.
Reese Witherspoon's in it, right?
And Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
Johnny
Joker.
Cash.
That's right. That probably is a good movie.
It probably is.
Yeah, I probably should watch that.
I'm not gonna.
I didn't really enjoy it, to be honest. But I probably was like 5 years old when I watched it.
That's when it came out. Yeah, probably.
Well, Mr. White, people are dying to hear your darkest, most depraved stories. Does anything come to mind? Something you want to share with the world while we're still here?
Darkest, most depraved.
Or really just any stories, from high school or college that
I
you
mean,
guys...
there's always just he doesn't have money.
Mm-hmm.
I invite him on a big trip that costs exorbitant amount of money,
And I use my
And then he-
student loans to pay for it. by the
and
way.
he comes with.
You use your student loans to go on
It's
vacation?
okay. It's okay. Dark Brandon.
Brandon.
Dark Brandon forgave my loans.
Yeah,
for,
you guys both got 20 grand, so you guys are in the clear now, or do
no,
you still owe a lot?
I'm in the clear.
I still owe 20 grand. I think.
What did you even major in?
Well, that's the problem. I majored in like 4 different things.
different things.
I switched majors a lot.
It would be one semester he was this, the next semester he was in a whole different set of classes.
And then I did all of the psychology major in like a year,
Oh.
and that was fucking.
Did you end up doing psychology as a major?
That was my psychology major, anthropology minor.
I think my favorite arc was the art major arc.
Yeah,
Oh, what kind of art did you do?
that was actually during the same semester that the ants were on the floor.
Yes, it was.
That was why I was so violently depressed because of that major.
Because of the answer.
No, the major was fucking awful. It was
Why? What'd you have to do?
well. So I had never taken an art course before.
Why did you want to be an art major?
I didn't want to be an art major. I wanted to be a graphic design major, and you had to take the main drawing course that's at Iowa State in the design program. I had never I took middle school art. And then the next art class I take is a 100 level
course.
drawing art course, and it was fucking awful.
Hey, my high school GPA was 3.9 only because they forced me to take an art class my senior year, and it got me a fucking B-, ruined my whole GPA.
Yeah, scam.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that teacher too.
Mine creeped up because
Nah, he was
I added
okay.
the weighted GPA because of DMAC, because DMAC was 5.0.
Well, I think psychology is pretty cool. Like, if I could go back to school for free just for fun, I would totally take psychology classes.
It's actually, I really liked the material. I wish I started with that, to be honest.
Well, what is the most interesting, study or experiment that comes to mind?
Well,
And not the same shit we always hear about, we locked these kids in the basement and said it's a prison,
No.
but then we told them to be mean, and then they were mean?
to be honest, that was like a
fucking scam?
It was a scam, and it was more of just an afterthought kind of factoid that they threw out to us. This isn't something that's going to teach you anything. This is just some awful shit that some psychology person did back in the day.
That was a Stanford prison experiment.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the guy's name? Zimbardo? Was that the name of the professor?
I don't
He's like,
remember,
I'm the
to be honest.
psychologist of evil. I
Yeah.
study evil.
Yeah,
I told
he
these
was
students to
basically
be mean to each
Dr.
other.
Evil from Austin Powers with the pinky on the lip and everything.
Fucking cringe.
But VR stuff. I did VR psychology.
So you told Mark Zuckerberg that Meta would be a really successful business then?
Yeah, actually, he consulted with me, actually. And I told him, put all your chips into Meta, Mark. Put all your chips into Meta.
There's no way crypto's going to crash. Don't worry.
Crypto's not going to crash, Mark. And then I was all for the graphics cards.
How much money do you have in crypto right now?
$0.
Oh, smart man.
Because I'm not a fucking moron.
Well, you're smarter than me, for sure.
Oh, no, Tyler.
Oops.
With the worst scam of them all.
Hey, it'll go back up in a decade.
Yeah.
Dogecoin.
Yeah, Dogecoin.
Hey, at one point I had profit and I said, oh, maybe it'll keep going up.
That's the GMC disease is what that is.
While we're talking about crimes on this show, we can talk about how since we didn't have jobs and we didn't go to class, how me and him survived with food the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Which you also partook in eventually.
I helped you guys steal food?
No, you stole some for yourself.
I don't remember, so tell me the story.
It's not around anymore, so we can talk about it now.
Okay.
You said not to talk about it while it was still going on.
I don't even remember.
Gift cards.
Gift cards.
Remember the cheap gift cards you could get online?
Jimmy John!
I did that today for lunch.
What are you talking about?
That's still a thing.
No.
Yes, it is. We just did it for lunch today. What do you mean?
Got it.
It's not illegal.
No, it's not illegal, but I thought they were all sold out. I haven't seen those around in years.
Oh, I'll send you the link.
Oh, you gotta send me.
He said
I'm fucking broke, dude.
He's starving.
I'm starving today.
We thought it was gone.
I ate the same pot roast for a week and a half.
Yeah, me and Aggie talked about doing that on the podcast a few episodes ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, we're not
you can
gonna
buy
tell you.
a
We're not gonna tell
$10
you.
Jimmy John's gift card for $2.50. So yeah, it's a good deal.
$2.50.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. You guys thought that wasn't still a thing?
No.
I used
But
to.
back in college, it would be 10 a.m. breakfast time. We would go get Jimmy John's. It would be 6 p.m. dinner time. We would go get Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
And then it'd be 1 o'clock in the morning, and we'd say, let's go get some Jimmy John's.
And what you can do is every time you make a new account, and then you get a free
sub
sandwich.
every time.
Here's the website right here.
I haven't seen that one.
I think you sent this to me.
that's the old one.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah.
No,
that's the old one.
The first few letters were different for the one I was on.
Well, yeah, I mean,
okay.
it's right here.
I remember that.
How many do they have in stock? Because
Unlimited. I do it like twice a week.
the ones I know are always out. and
Shit, I gotta do that.
yeah, he's gotta give that
I'll send you guys the link. Everybody at home's gonna be jealous, but I'm not giving them
No,
the
you
link.
can't give that out.
No, because then they'll buy all of that.
Fuck you. That's my Jimmy John's. So fuck you.
I don't think Jimmy John's is in a lot of states anyway.
No.
They're in quite a few.
Well, actually, yeah.
But like, I don't think it's like nationwide.
No, it's not nationwide.
It
It's
isn't
on
in
the.
the-
I don't think it's on the West Coast.
It's on the
East.
It's on the East Coast and Midwest, but it's not in the South and it's not in the West Coast.
Yeah.
But we got to the point that the Jimmy John's delivery driver in our
Wait,
in our town-
you would do the scam and then have it delivered?
We
Yes.
have it delivered all the
Yeah.
time.
All
So you
the
had to
time.
pay for
And we
delivery
knew-
and tip.
No, the delivery is 75 cents, and we didn't tip.
Yeah.
You guys are assholes.
no.
We needed food.
You have to tip.
Okay.
He drove there.
It was like
tipped.
$1.
You can tip on the gift card.
Yeah, you can.
Well, my sandwich is always the full gift
I
card.
know.
Because
Oh.
everything's so expensive
I would,
now.
What I would do is I would get like two of the $10 gift cards. I'd get a giant, and the rest of the money went to tip. Every
smart.
time it would be like even $20 every time, and it would be like two gift cards added together. But that delivery driver knew me by name, and that was probably the saddest.
every time you made a new account, you didn't put in a new fake name?
No, because if
No.
you, well,
I do.
a couple times.
Do you?
I don't want them to recognize me. Like, oh, here's Tyler for his 8th free sub of the week.
But you're walking into the store, and
I go through the drive-thru. They don't recognize me.
If you just put a period in your email for the Jimmy John sign up, it sends it to the same email address, but it counts it as a different email for sign up.
Oh, I just make up a fake phone number and email
So
every time.
yeah, so say your
They don't verify it.
No, they
say
don't.
your email is SIMIANJimmy@gmail.com.
Simi and Jimmy business at
Yeah,
Gmail.
okay, whatever.
Business.
But you can put a dot after the S, after the I, after the M, and you can go all
And it
the way
still
through
goes to
and
the
it
same-
still goes to the same email.
Oh, that's
And-
interesting.
And I did that every single time on multiple different emails for a long time. I still get Jimmy John's emails.
It used to be even better. Now it's just Jimmy John's, apparently. I thought that was gone. We used to get small Papa John's pizzas.
Noodles and Company was
Noodles
on
and
there.
Company.
Chipotle was the best
It was
one.
everything.
It works for Hoo Hot. Eggie did it at Hoo Hot last time he was over.
Did he really?
It actually worked. Yeah.
Wow.
I might do that.
Yeah, so I guess if you know this magical website that I'm not going to share, that's another survival tip for you.
Yeah.
Don't
Free
get the food,
job.
basically.
Just put it all on student loans or a credit card.
Wait, you took out student loans to
That's
pay
what
for
I'm
a
doing right
$2.50
now.
sandwich?
I'm paying my rent on a credit card.
Are you right now? Rent on a credit card.
If you're a business owner in Iowa, please hire this man. He's about to be homeless.
Please.
He's living on credit.
Well, I have all of the money to pay off all of my credit card in my bank account right now. It's just that if I wait to pay it off, I can use the fact that I don't gain interest for the first year to just like prolong the payment or something like that. That's boring finance shit.
I think it's smart financial advice everybody should follow.
Yes.
Yeah. If you can open a credit card, usually they'll have some promotion where you don't pay interest on your like.
So you have like 8 different credit cards?
No, I have. It's the same one.
You open one, and then eventually you open another one, and then you can do balance transfers for free.
Yes.
And they let you take 18 months to pay it back.
Oh, smart.
So you can just keep
Just
being
eternal
jobless forever.
I am planning to do that.
Just keep
specifically.
transferring
I won't
your
be.
debt.
It's a different card.
My hope is that I'm not jobless forever, but I will be doing that. The transfer thing. Oh my god.
Do you guys have any other stories or anything you want to talk about? I think we're getting close.
You said you talked about the New York trip on here. Do we?
Oh, yeah,
talk about
I
that
don't think we did talk about that. Did we?
Okay.
we can
No,
do it again.
On a previous.
Yeah, I don't know if we did
Was
or
it
not.
2018 or 2019 around there? I was doing
2018.
What, Boomer vs. Zoomer Live, whenever that was.
Ministerios did our live show in New York, and these two decided to drive from Iowa to New York and back.
So
It was the first week of school syllabus week. It was probably 3 days before your show even was, and I just, like we always.
It was 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
Like we always do. It literally was. I said, hey, do you want to go to New York tomorrow?
Yeah.
And he says, okay.
Yeah.
I got nothing better going on. He says, are you driving? I said, nope.
Well, at this point, he had like his older shitty car, so
That was gonna blow up.
between our vehicles, mine was the more reliable one, and rest in peace to that Honda Accord, but that's gone.
Yeah, you can talk about how you wrecked that.
Yeah, I got totaled. Someone fucking hit me in my like back bumper, and it's such a piece of shit that like a little rear end it totaled the whole car.
That was just a few months ago.
It was a few months ago. I got a different car now, but it's a manual vehicle, or it was a manual vehicle. So, and he doesn't know how to drive a manual. So on the way there, we're like driving, and I get to the point where I'm so fucking tired. I will do anything to get a little bit of a break
It's
from
like
driving.
a 16-hour, 17-hour drive.
Yeah, it was a 16, 17-hour drive. I took a tiny like 30
Our show
minute-
wasn't that good.
I actually had a good time.
Would not have been worth 35 hours in the car.
The bars afterwards,
The bars
where everyone
after
was buying you drinks and you were
giving it to
passing
us.
them off to us.
Well, yeah, I think that night I had to go pee in that bathroom every 5 minutes because I drank so much.
That's
Yeah.
another story. We'll
Too
tell
many
later.
drinks.
Me on the way back from the
that's
bar.
fine.
But on the way there, I like try to get him in the front seat, and because it's a manual, I had to like shift it for him because he doesn't know how to drive it. So I was like teaching him how to drive the manual on
While
like
you're on the highway.
on an interstate, on the like in the mountains, basically. I'm pretty sure, weren't we? Like
We were probably in Ohio at that point, not in the mountains yet. By the time we got to the mountains,
Oh, yeah,
I made
you
you
gave-
take
you
back
made
over.
me take over.
I gave up.
Yeah. But I was like shifting it for him, and I was like, okay, you clutch now, and then gas, and then clutch, and then gas, and I would
What
like,
a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
But then
How much gas did that take? Like, how much money did you guys
actually,
waste?
my car was pretty good on gas.
Yeah.
I only filled up
Wow.
like once or
And it
twice.
was before
What?
It was before Dark Brandon.
Yeah, before gas was
pretty cheap.
$8.
Gas was pretty cheap.
You filled up once driving to New York City and back.
Well,
Twice, I think.
My car was full when we left, and then we filled up once when we were almost there, basically.
Oh, we can talk
we
about
could talk about that.
the pothole.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, yeah, let's hear about that.
So it's like pouring rain.
I don't think we were even on the right road. I feel like
No.
we were detoured
we
for some
we
reason.
got detoured because there was a highway that's supposed to cut through, but because of the rain, there was like it was shut off. I don't know if there was like flooding or some shit, but they like shut off the main road that we needed to go through, so we took a detour to go through, and there was this giant pothole. But because it was raining, the rain had filled up the pothole to like
Thank you.
to street level, so it was like completely level with the rest of the pavement. So I couldn't see it when I was driving, and I drive over it, and the back right of my car dips into the pothole, and it rips my exhaust off of my car, and we have to go to some like It was bad.
It's just scraping on the ground now, and the car
Sparks
is
and shit.
30 times louder than it was
Oh
before.
god! The whole time you're driving?
Stepping on the gas.
The
It's
whole
just-
exhaust pipe all the way to the engine was
terrible.
taken off, basically. So it was
And
like
it's
tilted
like-
down.
6 or 7 o'clock at night at this point, so we're just thinking
How the fuck are
all
we gonna do
the
this?
mechanic shops are going to be closed. We're just screwed.
Yeah.
We're going to be stuck in the middle of Pennsylvania, like 2 hours out.
Hey,
from
you could have went to
New
Erich's
Jersey.
house.
Yeah, yeah.
It was New Jersey.
That's a bad place to be stuck.
Yeah.
We got to like this like kind of like rich people eclectic neighborhood kind of thing, like a Pella kind of scenario. But like we get there, there's this part store, and there's like
It was like 10 or 5 minutes until it was supposed to
yeah,
close.
exactly. And I walk in, I'm like, I don't know you, but I need you to help me. I need to fix my exhaust pipe to get to New York. I am.
Oh, that was
my
on the way there?
That was
Yeah,
on the way there. And I'm like, anything you think that would help me get this back on? I just need like a little rod or something that I could shove, because it's like 2 little flat pieces with 2 holes on each side that you're supposed to put. There's a bolt here and a bolt here around the pipe. And I needed to just shove something in there to where it like wouldn't move until we got home.
So it's not grinding on
So
the
it's not
ground?
grinding on the ground. So it's just a little bit better. Also, that thing stayed on that car until it got totaled.
Yeah.
By the way,
Wow.
and it worked the whole time. But that guy in the pouring rain walks out of the parts store and helps me put this thing on the car.
He like MacGyvered it. He called his wife. He said, "I'm gonna be late tonight." He stayed
Wow.
like 2 hours
Yeah.
past his shop closed just to help
I
us.
just like gave him like $30 out of my pocket. I was like,
With how
"Thank you
cheap
so
you
much."
are,
I had
it's
enough.
like-
That was all I had.
Like, here's an IOU.
yeah.
I was
Pull
basically
it back. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I was
I'll
like,
drive
I'm
back.
so sorry we wasted so much of your time, but I appreciate it. But yeah, it was hell fucking getting there. We finally get to New York. It's late, way later than we expected it to be. And did we find a hotel when we were there?
We were planning on. There were people that were going to the show.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember their names at this point, but they said we could sleep on their hotel floor, and we were like 12 hours into the 16-hour.
I think I tried to get his stereos to let you guys sleep over,
Yeah.
and he's like, I don't know them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, that's
Yeah.
my family, dude. Come on.
And it was like, I'm not sleeping on some dude's
No,
floor
fuck that.
of their hotel.
Was it
room.
that Asian guy?
I think
He bought a lot of drinks for people that night.
No,
He
it was
really
not
did.
the Asian guy.
Okay.
But I was like, I'm booking a hotel. I don't care if you
Yeah.
pay me back or not. But I'm not sleeping on some dude's floor.
And you stayed at the Tipton.
we stayed on
We
the.
booked a Queens hotel.
We parked in New Jersey at the ferry, and we stayed in a Queens hotel. So we get there at like probably midnight, 11 o'clock at night. We have to take a ferry into Manhattan, lug all of our bags with
my
us to
God.
the subway, and then take like an hour subway over to where the hotel is.
Yeah, it was awful. We got
And then
to-
we're walking in the middle of the fucking slums trying to get to our hotel.
What the? What, you couldn't get a better location for your hotel?
Not for as cheap.
Oh no, yeah.
How cheap was it?
Like 100 something.
It was like $100 a night for
Yeah.
a New York hotel.
It was cheap.
Everything else was $300.
Everything else was 300-400 plus, and we just said fuck that. So we went to Queens, and that was the worst. Like the walk from the car to the ferry, the walk from the ferry to the subway,
And
the
this
walk
is
from the
after like
subway.
a 16-hour drive
after a
nonstop?
16-hour drive, and it's cold as fuck because it's like February or
January.
just January or some
What
shit.
a
so it's
nightmare. Why would you
freezing.
guys do this?
It was actually
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I had a
That's
great
good.
time. It was fun.
It was his
Sounds
first
like
time
a
in New
nightmare.
York.
It was my first time in New York, and I'd do it again, to be honest.
And you spent more time in the car than in the city.
Probably.
Yeah, actually, we did.
We spent 2 days there. One day, I just took him around to see everything I knew,
Hmm.
and then we saw your show, and then we basically went home.
Yeah.
That was it.
I had a phenomenal time. I got one of those bagels with like salmon and shit on it. It
Yeah.
was fucking
Oh.
awesome. And yeah. I
Well,
had a
I'm
great time
gonna
there.
while you guys keep going, I'm gonna try to find some Patreon questions for us all to answer.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
there you go.
Do you want to talk about? Okay, so we went drinking after his like live podcast,
Yep.
and everybody was buying drinks for him. And he couldn't drink all of them,
No.
so he was just kind of pawning them off to both of us. So we're just like drinking whatever like shit we get that they kept buying him.
Yep.
So I'm fucking blasted because he would drink a couple drinks of it and he would like slide the
I would
rest of it
say,
to me.
I just turned 21 like a week ago. I don't like any of this. You can have some.
Yeah, well, I turned 21 a week ago
Yeah,
then too, but I forgot about that. Damn,
Yeah.
it was right then. But yeah, so I'm fucking like blasted in the middle of New York It's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And then we have to get home after the bar.
Basically, as soon as we leave the bar and we're just like 2 steps away, he turns to me and says, I have to pee really bad.
Uh-huh.
And I said, you can hold it until we get back to the hotel.
Did he?
That
Barely.
it was like some Greek mythos trial of me getting from the bar.
He was shaking the whole way.
I was violent. Well,
Because you had to pee that bad?
I was
just pee on the street like a New Yorker would.
We were in the subway, and he was really considering
it. I was
The
almost
subway
gonna do
is a place to piss, for sure.
I was considering it, but I was like, I'm not going to stoop to that. And it was more of a challenge at that point that I was like, I will get back to the hotel. I'm not going to pee outside in the middle of New York.
The closest equivalent story I have, when me and my brother went on a family vacation to Mexico, so I would have been, what, like 12?
12, yeah.
12.
Probably.
We were on like some Mexican bus going back to our resort, and I guess eating the Mexican food, you know, I explosive diarrhea was inside of me, and
God,
it was desperate to get out, but we're stuck on this fucking Mexican bus, and I'm just like, I just gotta hold it until we get back. And then the bus driver somehow fucked up, and we had to turn around, so like the trip was twice as long as it needed to be. Man, that was a rough one. But yeah, the sweet satisfaction of finally unleashing on that toilet.
Getting back to that hotel and actually pissing was the best feeling I've ever had in my life.
We got off the final stop of the subway. I'm just walking towards the hotel. It's probably a 15-minute walk from the subway stop. And I turn around at one point, and he's like half a mile behind me, just bent over, trying to hold this piss in. I'm like, are you gonna come? And he's like, I have to just stand and hold it in for now.
It felt like my bladder was going to explode inside of my body. I thought I was going to die.
Did you find a Gatorade bottle and give it to Nathan McCoy's dad?
No, honestly, I missed the opportunity. The opportunity to mail order it to Nathan's dad.
So I've got some questions, and I think you two might be experts. We've got a married man and a taken man. Mm-hmm. Eliza Chudkowski wants to know, how do I meet girls? How did you guys meet your significant others? I mean, you guys met in like 5th grade in school.
If we're gonna be realistic now, and you want to look for someone to date, like you're not just like trying to hook up or anything. Well, I guess hooking up works.
It just says meet girls. Who knows?
If you want to meet people to date. Dating apps. That's all people use now.
You think so? I would recommend against that.
I met the person I'm dating now on a dating app, and I downloaded the dating app. I met them within a day, and then I deleted the dating app.
Smart.
It was like that.
Basically, if you're not currently in school to where you'd be in a scenario to meet any girls or women, and you're not at a job where you'd be in any scenario to meet girls or women.
Don't hit on your coworkers.
Do not hit on your coworkers.
Because then if they don't want you, you have to keep working with them.
No, you don't hit on them, but if they, come up to you and ask for your number and stuff. Okay. I'm not saying you just approach them and slap them on the ass.
Yeah, don't.
That might work.
Don't do that. Do not do that.
But if you're not at school, at a job, or you're just kind of fucked and you have to turn to that. Yeah. There's no other way to meet them.
Yeah. I was living in my parents' basement when I met them. And a dating app worked. I even said that.
Which app? Because Hinge. Okay, Hinge is probably the best one.
Hinge or Bumble are the better. Tinder is for meeting people.
It's for meeting bots.
It's for meeting people to fuck or bots. Or people memeing and putting just like meme images on a...
Because websites are apps like Tinder and OkCupid. From my experience and from what Florian has been complaining about on Twitter, it's just like 90% bots. And why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Like if you know how to design a bot that can pretend to be somebody on a dating app, like this is the place to go to find desperate, horny men who will throw their money at anything with the hopes of getting laid. So you can scam these people for so much money.
Incel neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, incel neighbors, for example.
Yeah.
I would recommend not going on an app, but I guess it worked out for you.
It depends on the app, and it depends on how long this app's been used. So every dating app or dating website or anything has like a half-life of... Once it's released, the only people that are really on it are people that actually like want to meet people. if you are on something like Tinder that's been out for years and years and years, it's kind of just becomes a cesspool. It dies like iFunny did. Like it just turns into a fucking.
iFunny and 9gag are still quality websites.
They're still websites, maybe not quality. But
I don't think they were ever quality.
yeah, they were never quality, but yeah.
But then, I guess you can just do the Florian method of having money and
Get
a sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy.
Really?
Would you ever be a sugar daddy if you had the money, Mr. White?
Yes.
God, no!
You're in a relationship, dude.
That's who I'm going to be a sugar daddy for.
Next question.
I'll give them whatever they want.
There really aren't that many questions because I didn't announce we were doing this, so it's like questions for me and Florian.
Yeah,
to
I know.
answer.
I can answer those.
Okay.
I know Florian enough.
Would you ever get a dog, or are you strictly a cat man?
Do an Austrian accent and answer.
Yeah, pretend you're Austrian. I would love to have the doggy.
Oh, is that Austrian?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought Austrian was
It's
like
it's like
Schwarzenegger.
German.
Oh, I thought Schwarzenegger.
Well, if we're doing Florian, it's
Yeah,
not going to
Florian
sound
is
like a man.
high-pitched.
I can't do accents, so I'm not going to try one. But
Well, that's why you should try
Yeah, I
it.
know. I
I'm-
can't do
I'm
it either.
good.
I-
Change your W's to V's and your TH's to Z. So like za.
What's this? Like,
Za.
what's this?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay.
Dogs or cats?
I'm not gonna do that. I'd say cats. So I lived in a house that had dogs. Those dogs barked so fucking much. It was basically like a meme in our like group Discord that like every time
Your dogs won't shut up.
the
would
dogs
just
won't
keep
shut up.
barking.
They would just keep barking over and over and over again, and it was the background noise for me all the time, and I fucking hated it. So like,
So that's
cats-
why you never became a podcaster.
yeah.
No, it would not work.
It would not have worked, yeah. But cats are quiet. Cats are nice. You don't have to take them outside. You just give them a litter box, feed them, and they won't like jump on everyone that comes into your place. Dogs will fucking attack anyone that comes into your place, but cats kind of.
I mean, you haven't met Blaze.
oh, well,
If you're saying cats don't
yeah,
attack you.
Blaze is a little bit different, but most cats that I meet are pretty like standoffish to people.
Yeah, I guess they're fearful of strangers more. They're not going to come like jump on you like a dog would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patchy and I never had dogs growing up.
Never
we only
had
ever had cats. So
We had
Guinea pig.
our cousins next door had dogs,
and they kept dying.
they would die, and then one of them would like bite me and attack me, and I just hated dogs since then.
They
But
they
I'm
kept
fine
killing
now.
their fucking dogs. Like their dad would like back over a dog with
They
a
would-
truck.
they would
Another one
back
would
over.
run into the street and get hit by a car.
They just left a bag of like rat poison out in the garage, and the dog would eat it
Yeah,
one day.
and
Oh my
then we
God.
have a cat who's like 25 years old, surviving like in the wilderness,
Yeah.
and these damn dogs can't survive one
That
fucking
cat's
year.
still alive.
it's not alive anymore,
but
but,
oh,
it would
okay.
just come back with like half of its ear bitten off and just
Yeah.
act like it was another day for it.
Yeah,
my
just
God.
that's the life of an outdoor cat in the middle of the nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's dangerous out there, but I guess cats are tougher than dogs in that regard.
they must be.
It is-
Smarter, at least. They didn't eat the stupid rat poison.
They
in the
don't sleep
garage.
behind truck tires.
Yeah.
Fucking dumbass. Oops. That was a pretty sad day when we all get on the school bus and our cousins just saw that their
crying.
dog got ran over. It's like, oh, fuck.
God, yeah.
That's pretty fucked
That's
up.
Yeah,
So, cats for the win.
cats for the win.
And this is what people always say, but dogs think of you as God. Cats think of themselves as God, and I think that's more fun. To have a little thing to worship rather than to. I don't need all the attention and the easy love of a puppy.
Yeah.
Okay, I need my cat to beg me for food and then fuck off for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we have any other questions even worth answering? How much would one need to pay for me to delete my Discord server? Really, not that much.
For you to delete yours?
Yeah, how much? Like $500. I'll delete
Yeah,
the
that's
server.
the exact number I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
500 was the exact number.
It sounds like a good deal.
I mean, it just saves you time, so
Yeah,
why not take the money?
And to be honest, Discord servers can turn into fucking cesspools real quick.
Well, that's why mine's you got to pay to get in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All those like freebie servers are always going to be
they're
dog
always
shit.
bad.
It's not like any of these questions are worth anything anyways. $500.
No. No. You said that you beat Florian's game Ballfrog.
I beat Bullfrog.
Well, let's hear about that because I'm never going to beat it. Is it good?
I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was, honestly.
Based on my gameplay?
Yes,
type
yes,
of game is it?
definitely. It's like getting over it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you're a Ballfrog.
Ballfrog.
After 20 minutes or so, you basically figure it out.
I played it for an hour and
I
got
know
pissed.
you did. I don't know how, but
Because I suck.
there's something wrong with your setup, I bet.
Something wrong with my brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you beat the whole game.
I beat the whole game.
Well, Florian's dying to hear your review.
Okay, well, for Steam, speaking of more unethical things, I don't pay full price for anything.
Yeah.
I have an account set to Argentina back when you could set all that up. So I paid like you got it for free. I probably could have. I paid like 65 cents for Ball Frog.
People in Argentina get games for 10%?
Every game is 90% off U.S. prices.
Yeah.
Basically. Almost
Because no one buys games in Argentina.
Because Argentina economy is
it's so bad that no one will ever buy the games. Yeah.
You can't even.
So Florian didn't make any money off of you buying his game.
Maybe made 10 cents or so.
Yeah, I got the Witcher 3 for like 98 cents or some shit.
But now nobody can do this anymore?
If you already have the account made, you can do it, but you can't make those accounts anymore.
Well, my account thinks I live in Japan. Do I get a discount?
I doubt it. Japan's economy is pretty good.
Shit, I'm probably paying extra for
Why does your
Bullfrog.
account think you're in Japan?
Because when I started the Monkey Jones Steam, like I was doing anime reviews, so I thought it'd be funny to say I'm from Japan.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't know you could just send it to Argentina and save money. There's
also
another quick tip for all you kids out there.
But I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was, and an hour and a half later, the game was over. So it's not a very long game.
Or a very fun game.
I had fun.
But what's your review? He wants to hear your analysis
He
here.
wants to hear my analysis.
Yeah.
The first section, just the first main level in general, is probably the trickiest part. And then you get to hell, and hell, you can skip fucking half the level. I don't know.
You can skip half the level?
I don't know if this was oversight or what.
It was probably oversight.
But you go all the way to the top of the level, and then you can just slide down the far right wall all the way to the bottom. I feel like I skipped 50% of the game. And
well, the thing is,
I did.
Nobody even bothered to play test it that far because it was so frustrating to play. So
the boss fight, honestly, there's only one. It's the very end of the game. It's a boss fight. It's pretty fun. It's pretty challenging. I'd say that's probably the best part of the game. And then,
so maybe can you get to that part for me, and then I'll just fight the boss?
I probably could, yeah.
Okay.
And then it took about 8 tries, and then the game was over, and I said, "Oh, that's it."
And you got your 60-cent refund?
I could. I still could.
Wait, Steam lets you beat the whole game and refund it?
I think it's 2 hours or so that you.
Yeah,
you beat the game in less than 2 hours?
And you can still, yeah.
Wow.
Did you refund it?
No, I never did.
Would that not be the greatest challenge of all? The beat Ball Frog and get a refund challenge, where everybody go buy Florian's game, and you can only get the refund if you beat the entire thing in less than 2 hours.
With no experience whatsoever, you easily can. I did. It's
yeah, that'll piss off the kids.
You're like
for sure.
a Spelunky master, though. So I mean, like, I feel like that.
Nobody knows what Spelunky is except for DDD Pizza Ron, and I don't even know if he's around anymore.
Oh,
I think I've seen him around. He might be. Well, we've hit over an hour, so if you guys have any final things you want to say, or I know you want to plug your YouTube channel, Mr. White.
YouTube channel?
I don't have one.
Oh.
Any final thoughts before you're never on this show again?
Yeah, in case they never hear from you again, like, what do you really want the people to know?
You want to tell them at home?
I have nothing to provide to this program.
Or even to this world.
Yeah, to this world, to be honest. I'm jobless, and all of my money is spent on credit cards. So I mean, like, I'm
tragic.
That's
fucking sad. Even Joe Biden giving you 20 grand is like, that's barely a dent in my debt.
Well, it's half of my debt, or more than half, I think. Actually,
they should look at your situation and say, okay, he owes nothing.
Yeah, it should be on a case by case instead.
Yeah, like somebody like you does not need it as much as fucking.
Yeah.
Like it's
so
if
sad.
You make under 125,000, you get this. Okay,
Over
I make 120. I don't. I'm just giving examples.
Yeah.
I make 120. I make 10. We get the same. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
that is
actually
horseshit.
So it's different. So it's 30,000, between 30,000 and 125,000 is the range of like forgiveness for like a certain
if
level.
you make less than 30 grand.
But if you make 30 grand, it's like a little bit more. So like your monthly payments, if you make less than 30 grand a year, you can basically make a $0 payment, and that pauses your interest until the next one. And it can be another $0 payment as long as you make less than $30,000 a year. And if you do that for 10 years and you make less than $30,000, your loans are gone.
Well,
just don't get a job for 10 years.
Yeah, but Biden's not even going to be alive in 10 years.
Yeah.
So the next president might say, you know what, fuck this shit.
That's what I was thinking. The next president's going to sign some shit that's like, all your debt we paid off,
you have to pay twice as much.
You know what's the quickest way to make your entire party hated by the entirety of America? It's to make sure that everyone that's ever been to college gets all of their loans back, you will be hated by everyone.
You'll never win again.
You will instantly be the lowest approval rating of any president ever.
Is that your final thought that you want to leave the people with? Do you have any last piece of advice for any upcoming college kids?
Just one piece.
One piece, your favorite anime.
To be honest, advice-wise...
As many majors as you can collect. Collect them like Pokemon. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
So, if you're bad at math, don't do a Bachelor of Science, do a Bachelor of Art. If you...
Don't kick that.
Sorry. We're at the end of the show. Who cares?
Nobody's listening anymore.
No one's listening to my advice. If you listen to my advice about what to do in college and I'm jobless and in credit card and student loan debt, you're a fucking idiot. Don't listen.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell them what not to do.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So make sure you hit all of your deadlines for the things that are absolutely important. If it's like a...
It sounds like you guys can just skip classes and homework and be just fine.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
I'm not talking about quiz. I'm not talking about like quizzes, tests, assignments, all that kind of shit. If there's a deadline for you to sign up for like financial aid, a Pell Grant, a scholarship, get that. That is more important than any of your classwork. Because
money.
Because the amount of money you're spending on school will affect you longer than the little bit of a grade that you lose or gain in a class. You need to make sure that you have your loans, your Pell Grants, your scholarships taken care of before you care about how much you're learning.
Well, when you applied for jobs, like, do they even care about your GPA from
They
college?
don't even ask for it.
Nobody asked for my GPA.
They don't give a fuck.
Nobody asked for proof of my degree. Nobody asked for anything.
I have not had...
You could just apply and say you have one.
Yes.
I have not had a single job application ask me for my GPA for where... Well, they asked me where I go to school, but they haven't asked me for, like, proof of it or anything.
Well, it could be... Do they just call the school and say, can you send me Mr. White's records?
They might.
They
but
might.
They didn't tell me that happened.
I don't know, to be honest.
It could be.
I doubt it, because that's a lot of work for Iowa State.
Yeah, I'm guessing the recruiter at whatever job is not getting paid enough to care.
No. I've worked with recruiters. They do not give a fuck. The recruiters that I've worked with, they will hire you if you walk in wearing a trash bag and you just say, I will work. That's all you really need to do.
So
that's really all they care about.
D's get degrees.
Yep.
And get some scholarships. Mm-hmm. Patchy, you have anything you want to say?
Just get lucky.
Yeah.
Get lucky.
Honestly.
That's how you succeed on YouTube as well, really.
Know the right people.
Get posted on Reddit one day and then just make a life
And then
out of
you could be sitting on a couch with Mr. White podcasting one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this could be you one day, folks.
Just
I'll be
lucky.
making videos
That's
on another
life.
couch
The
after this
end.
podcast.
That's live. You guys excited for Joker 2?
Joker 2, baby.
I didn't even know it was going to be a thing.
Lady Gaga, Harley Quinn.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
musical.
Yeah, it might be good.
God.
No,
That's exciting.
I think
really?
it'll be
Okay.
good.
I don't like musicals.
Joaquin Phoenix, good at singing. Lady
Really?
Gaga, good at singing. How could you go wrong?
I didn't know Joaquin Phoenix was good at singing.
I mean, he played Johnny Cash in the movie.
I haven't watched that since I was like 5 years old.
We did talk about that like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But you have had a lot to drink.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Not really.
I mean, we were sweating like hogs
I'm
in this
buzzed.
fucking
It is
room.
pretty warm.
At most.
Should we go out to the bars before we come back to play Who Wants to...
Who wants to be a fifth grader?
Who Wants to be a Fifth Grader?
I do. Bring me back. Stop.
No.
Hey. Do you think you could chug the rest of this to end the show? Can you get up in front of the camera and just chug it?
And this one.
No, I'll do this one.
I'll bring the mic with you.
Okay.
How much is left? Let
This
me
is a
feel it.
fucking-
Let me.
It's most.
It's full. It's full.
No, God.
Chug, 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 chug. Good job, Mr. White.
I did it.
See you all in 5 years.
Goodbye.